Lovable completely changed how we think and build our application. They just released Lovable Cloud with AI. What does it mean? That now Lovable encapsulate your database creation, your AI integration, and integration with the third party applications. So when you build any application, you have to think about many different areas, which include your building the front end, back end, your login functionality, your database creation, payments, AI integration, and many third party application. On top of that, you also have to think about how you're going to deploy this application, what hosting you will select, how you make sure that your application is secure, you monitoring that it is up and running. Startup creation already very complex. You start with idea that has a complex process of finding the biggest problem. Then you have multiple steps inside build and distribution. So now at least your build process is very easy. So what we will do, just to experience and demonstrate, we will build an application. Here is the prompt that I will share with you. Also created a flowchart of how user will go from home page to pricing page to sign up, log in their dashboard, and creating the journal entry. And this is how application will look like once it is done. There will be a home page, pricing page, user will be able to sign up, and after that they will log into this application. So here the journal entries, resume import, and AI summaries. We will do all that in minutes using Lovable. Alright, so are you ready? So let's dive in. I've already copied the prompt and I have included this flowchart. You don't need this flowchart, but I like to create something like this because it allows me to think logically and cover the holistic picture. Because Lovable will be able to understand and create an application for us. So Lovable is thinking, we will give it a second. Lovable has built this application, created these many pages. Apart from that, we can just look into how everything is looking at the pricing table. And then if I get start, I will be able to just test it because it's a prototype version right now. All these are dummy entries. And then here. All right, so what we will do next, there is an option to connect the Lovable Cloud. Let's click that. It will ask us to enable. Read more will give you information about what is included until end of. So this is a temporary offering. Use it until those expires, and then in a long run you will be end up paying this cost. There will be some subscription cost, and then on top of that there will be cloud cost, some AI cost, and all depends upon how much your application is being used. So we will enable it. So give it a second. I'm going to say allow, and then don't ask each time. Always allow. I'm comfortable. I've been using different application. I've done a couple of test application as well. You use your own judgment. So after integration, it is showing us what are the different things that are available now. They are not integrated, but they are available. What has happened is before you had preview and code, and now we see this additional tab where we can go and check our database tables, and we will see it once we create few tables, our users and other information. So it's asking, would you like me to implement authentication system? And I will say yes. Go ahead. With that command, it will start integrating the database, the login functionality, AI, and we can just give a couple of more minutes for it to finish. Lovable has completed all the database creation and adding the authentication. The only two things are pending, which is AI summaries and resume import. So we will work on that, but before that, let's sign up. This is my catch all email address, so I will create that. Now I can do my entries. I just learned. All right, so I will save. There's one entry here. Do one more. Not working now. Okay, so it is fixed now. Okay, and then what we will do is cloud. So search is also working. So these two sections are working, plus this part is also working. The real fun will begin when we will do this generate summary. So yes, please functionalities. Meanwhile, I will show you what is available in the cloud. Number one, it has created these tables, and we can go and see the two entries that I have done. So now instead of going to another place, you can just see it here and make it easy for everyone to be able to use the database and see exactly what's went inside. Also, I have created this user, so you can also see that I have auto approved, so it done everything. All right, it has created the last two functionality for us, resume import and AI summary. We'll try this first. I will input my resume here, import. So it created, it grabbed the three entries from resume, which is my different jobs. And then we will jump into AI summary. Let's try AI summary. It has created a really nice summary based on all the journal entries. You can take these entries, these bullet points, to your annual review with your manager or a job interview where you will be able to talk about these points. It's also giving you a nice recommendation of what you can do to improve. So we were able to build this entire application in just a few minutes, everything under one umbrella. There are two other things that I wanted to show you. One is using GitHub. You are able to connect to GitHub. You will be able to push project to your GitHub. If you are a non-developer, you can just use Lovable, but for a developer, it's really good to sync it with your GitHub repository and then possibly open it in Cursor or VS Code and then do code side by side. If you make any change outside, Lovable will be able to detect those changes and sync all of them, meaning you can use more than one tool. The last thing that we will do is to publish. So this is where all the CI/CD pipeline, hosting, everything come into the picture. So when you say publish, it will take this application, deploy to their own hosting, and your application will be available for users to use. It's publishing. At the same time, they have done the security scan as well. So now your application is available, and we can also review. So this is the leak password protection, which is a setting in the database. You can run additional security scans. Meanwhile, we will go to this application and see how that look like. Your application is now available to share with the public, and it's doing some additional security scan. By one click, you will be able to implement all these changes. So with one subscription, you are able to do everything that is needed to build this application and go live. The startup building is already complex process. At least one of the area is much more easier than before. I hope you like this video. I will continue to bring latest trends and tools so that you can take benefit of the new innovation to get moving fast. Bye for now.